I've tried to film this so many times, I don't know why. I should just take my shower and then come back and do it again, but I'm telling myself when I take my shower and get dressed, that's when I'll study. So maybe I'm just trying to put off studying. So let me make this fast and just say what I need to say. Well, I don't really need to say it. I just had that ADHD thought. So, like, y'all are going to come along for the ride. So there's a couple of things. I got the notebooks from Trina, and I did a little writing test. The paper, if you touch the paper like this, and stationary people will do that, it feels like a cross between Astrology and Erin Condren. It's got more tooth than Astrology, but it's smoother than an Erin Condren. Writing on it with a Pilot G2 was kind of nice. When I had the Erin Condrens, I liked the Ink Joys and the Pilots. For the Japanese paper products, I lean towards more Sarasa or the Uniball Jetstream. And I've misplaced my Uniball Jetstream pen, and I'm very sad about that. Hopefully I find it. But anyway, the reason why I was tempted to come on here and do a video is that I've been seeing some videos about using OneNote as a planner. I don't want to use OneNote as like a planner per se, because for work I have my Outlook calendar and my Outlook task lists, and that's been helping me. Do I still update my Jibun Techo Days Gantt chart and calendar? Yes, because I like having all of that written down, and it's fun to color in the Gantt charts, and it doesn't really take me that much time. I can do that while I'm doing other things. So it's, or if I'm on a break, I could do that. So I still like to use the Gantt charts because I'll track certain things in it. But using the tasks has been helpful. But I'm thinking that OneNote might be good for tracking projects, and I'm going to see if in my One Volunteer thing, if there is OneNote available there in the apps, because if I can do that with work, maybe I could do that with my volunteer, because both of those are kind of project heavy. So we'll see. I'll play around with that and find out. So that was my big thought, because a lot of people are like putting in calendars and stuff like that in OneNote, and it's like, why? Like, I would just use Outlook for the calendar. And like the whole thing about having like my current computer setup, it's a laptop with a docking station. So sometimes I just have the laptop, and that's fine. But if I have like my full docking station with 2 monitors, then I can have like multiple programs up at once and see things. So, say I wanted to just like take like a minute to organize, I would probably have the Outlook and the OneNote on the 2 my hands are the monitors, so I would have them on the 2 monitors, and I would look at them, and I would get organized for the day and move on. But yeah, right now it's like I kind of go by my Outlook thing, and I look at the task, and then I do the tasks. That way, if I get interrupted, which happens a lot for my job, and I'm not complaining, that's the job I signed up for. If I get interrupted, that's okay. When I have some spare time, I can go back to my tasks and work on them. So that works great. So I do want to learn more about OneNote. It seems like it might be interesting. There might be other programs as well, but I've been hearing about OneNote, and I think I've done some stuff in OneNote, but I want to use it more fully and just have that. So we'll see. And then I'm gonna stop procrastinating. I'm gonna get my happy butt in the shower, put on some clothes, and get some studying done, and then you'll probably see me in the next go round after I take a break, and then I will show you my Hobonichi test spreads. If you're expecting pretty spreads, go watch like Jashi Corinne or somebody who does this like for a living. My stuff is like, I was, visiting family, and I was like, oh shit, I got a lot of empty pages. So I just began doing some test spreads like one day when, we were all having like some quiet time. I was like, oh, let me just draw out some test spreads, get some ideas on how I can use this, because I want to get the Hobonichi in 2024. Do I need it? No. I have absolutely no need for it. Really all I need is like a $10 planner from Walmart and a notebook, but I've decided that I need the Jibun Techos, and I want a Hobonichi cousin avec. Now, I don't need it, but I want it. And then another thing that I want, but probably won't get unless, like one of my family members wants to get it for me, is I want to try the Midori Hibino. But that might be more of a 2025 thing. Like, I think right now just having the cousin, but like that one's on my wish list. And then an Erin Condren vertical is also kind of on the wish list. I was thinking of using that for like memory keeping, and just like, printing out photos and putting stickers and like just, not really planning in it, just like kind of basically scrapbooking in it. So that's on the wish list. That would be like, like if somehow like a lot of overtime was authorized for your girl, then like I might get one or both of those planners. But for right now, it'll be the 2 Jibun Techos and probably the Hobonichi cousin. Or if I'm like, oh, I want an A6, maybe I'll get the A6 Hobonichi avec instead and put it in here. I don't know, but we'll see. I should see if a Hobonichi avec fits in here. Right now, I got this for my Scribbling for Sanity notebook and my favorite pens. But that's enough talk. This video is going to be so long. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I found it! So happy! Okay, so I put in a one of my old Hobonichi A6 Avex, and it fits in here, but it doesn't go in the pocket. So I took my little Scribbling for Sanity notebook, and it fits in here perfectly. So, then I put in my pens. So I've got my Uniball, but it currently has a Sarasa in here. And then some of my commonly used colors for my color code. Eventually I want to get a multi-pen, because that'll have the red, green, blue, and black, and hopefully a mechanical pencil. So then I can have like some of my other colors that I use for color coding, like pink, purple, and a teal. So that's how I've set this up for now. More to come, because I promise this is going to be a long video. Bye. 30 minutes of study done. Woohoo! So here are some of my Hobonichi test spreads. So this one is project planning. And this tripod isn't worth shit. I just thought I'd... And this one is like another project planning, take 2. So let's see what else I've got. I don't know if I already did this one, but this is like the end of the month. And then the beginning of the month. You know, that blank page in the Hobonichi as like a goal sheet. Here's one if either traveling for a volunteer meeting, or it's just kind of like whatever meeting notes. So daily schedule, expenses if need be, or key points, although I probably don't really, key points would be better. Meeting notes, and then any other pertinent notes. This is what I was thinking of doing for like a daily recap. So this is the workday edition, so like any exercise, personal stuff, work volunteer summary, daily schedule, upcoming deadlines as a reminder, and then this is the weekend edition, so chores are my schedule, because I don't really have a schedule on the weekends. I just try to do things as I tolerate them, and a weekly summary. This is a decorative spread because like maybe on a weekend I just have that time to myself, so it's like I could do random journaling, shitty poetry, draw, bad drawing, good drawing, whatever. And then as you can see, Thursday and Friday are completely blank, so I need to get those taken care of. So those are my Hobonichi spreads. Now I'm going to eat lunch, and then I'm going to get back to studying.